Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Some of you may or may not remember this little guy. Well, I've since bought him some friends. One should be, if the moulds are true, a twin, and the other two will be brothers from different mothers. Now, I did him with UV, so I'm going to try these with epoxy. I have quite a bit of black left to use up, and I need to use it up soon because it is heating up, and I've got about 30 minutes left. So I'll talk whilst I'm doing. I'm going to give each of these a different one of these to work with. We'll go red, purple, and gold. Yeah, we'll go rose gold instead of the red. We will go green, blue, purple, and purple, blue, red. So I am going to get these. As you can see, I've been a bit sparkle heavy today. I haven't cleaned this mat yet, but that's okay because I'm still sparkling. So I am going to just powder these guys up. Let's get this in here before it starts setting. I can really feel it heating up now. Let's go for you first, really slowly. Right. And that is well warm now. A bit. Yes. All right. I don't think there's any bubbles coming up with these guys. That's good. So we're going to come back in about 24 hours time and see if this has worked. Fingers crossed, because I'm letting them cure naturally because it's summer at the moment and it's really, really hot in this house. We're back with our three little friends for this little guy. So we'll pop him there so we can see his buddies come out. Now, one of them's going to be his twin and the other two are going to be brothers from another mother's. So I cannot tell from the outside which is going to be which. So I think this one may be his twin. We'll see. So first of all, let's try and get them out, because these are really, really, really dinky moulds. Really dinky. And they don't want to come out easily, but they will come out. Oh, we're so close. It's teasing us. We get so close. Right, we'll come back to you. See if this one's any easier. All right, this one's easier. This one seems to be a slightly softer mould. Okay, that one was easier. Now, I'm going to paint these up a little bit, like him, so you can actually see what's meant to be. I can see a little tiny claw there. I can see a little tiny tail running along here, and this one's slightly beaked. So that's that one. This one, I'm pretty sure, is his brother, which I, funnily enough, even though I chose colours at random... Oh, it's not! It's not! Oh, this is the other one. Got a bit of a bubble in the face there. Oh, to get it in focus. Again, we can see a tail nice and clearly. We see a little paw reaching out. This one's a bit more cat-like. So I think we're going to have to do all of these again, because I could see on this little guy there's quite a few little bubbles. So I think perhaps less mica powder. He's got a rub. This poor little guy. Look at his shell. His shell is so battered. What happened to you when you got pressed out, buddy? Yeah. Okay, so and I've already muddled it. Okay, yes, you and you, you and you. Right, let's try and get this one out. Come on. Because these ones are so much softer than this one. Oh, I heard a pop. There we go. There we go. He's out. He is out. That's his little brother. So again, some holes. I don't think. Let's just try and. Is there any bits left in here? I don't think there is. No. Well, that's meant to be his brother, but as you can see, if I bring him up close, he's ever so slightly different. He's got a much thinner tail, a much thinner head, and he's got more of a, like a bony protrude, bony bit, horny bit poking out there. Well, they're twins, but they're not identical. I've got a little family though. There's a little family. I mean, they are all cute. They need to be done again. But I am going to take these aside. Well, take these aside. I'm going to clear the area. And we're going to come back and paint these guys up so we can really see what's going on with them. They're still so sweet. And we'll definitely do them again because I want to see what's going on with that one. Has he just got a very knobbly... He is very knobbly on the inside, so I think his shell's just a bit more rock-like. That one's got quite a fat round shell, fairly smooth. No cracks whatsoever. This one, a bit more knobbly, few cracks. This one, incredibly knobby. It's like he came out of a rock. Oh, look at them. Right, I'm going to clear up, wash these up, and then we'll come back with paint and see how these guys look. Right, these little guys. Now, I am going to dry brush them to see what we've got, but I am going to recast these because they weren't the best ones. You can see there's loads, I think you can see anyway, there's loads of little tiny holes. So let's just give it a loose dry brush just to see what we got. It's really sweet looking. It's a shame that it's got quite a few honking holes. Yeah, this one looks like it might have meant to have been feathered if it would have come out better. Let's just let them dry and we'll pop another colour over the top just to get some of that detail brought back forward. That was a bit of a heavy dry brush. We can see and get it in there, that this was going to have a bit of a sort of feline-esque face. You can see, if I can keep it in focus, where there were bubbles in the tips there. And a bubble right here in the face. And on the end of the hand. And this little guy, you can see that he was going to be feathered, potentially anyway, a feather scale with a bit more of a beak thing going on. I think his tail's meant to come down here and around, let me get this, down here and around there. Little hand. And then this guy, who is very similar, oops, but not at the same time. See, very similar. He looks like he had a great massive, let's lay him down for a second, great massive bubble in here, because that looks far too smooth compared to the rest. Okay, our little guys are done. I gave them that tiny bit more of a dry brush of colour. Oops, bring them up here in focus, so we could try and see a little bit more of the detail. I will be coming back to these and doing them again, probably back with the UV resin, but instead of coating the mould, I'm going to mix in the tiniest bit of colour, so it's only tinted ever so slightly, and then paint the guys again, because this is unfair on them, because these were far from perfect. I don't think the moulds are 100% perfect, but the holes, the bubbles, they're all me. That is nothing to do with the mould. So yeah, let's check them all out individually. So yeah, this little guy, it's a sort of cat-esque sort of thing. It'll be cool to see what the rest of the paw actually looks like, and without a great honking bubble in the nose. But yeah, it looks really cool. There's definitely sort of a more fur-like texture to it. That has a very smooth tail. And we've got this guy who's a bit more avian-esque. So we've got a bit of a beak thing going on, a bit of a sort of bird's foot. There's a proper word for it, not talon, because that's the pointy bits poking out, their nails pointing out the end. And a sort of feather-like scaling going on. So I think this guy, and a scaled tail. So I think this guy will be really cool if we can get a good mould coming out of it. And sort of wispy bits. Potentially horns, potentially just wispy bits. Same for this. I'm not too sure if there's meant to be more to it, or if, like one of the other ones, it's a broken off horn. But yeah, I really like it. I think this one is just a knobbly mould. I mean, I'd happily, because these were so cheap, they were like, what were they? Around £6 for all three. So I won't mind getting them again in case this is just a bum mould, because I remember reading through the comments, some people, they didn't like how small they were. That didn't bother me. I'm eager to try the small ones, because it's always interesting trying to get them out and see if they will come out. But this might be just a bum mould, or it might be that that's what it's meant to be like, a bit more rock-like. Though he's rather knobbly. And then this guy is the not identical twin of the first one. Now, he's got a few differences. So, like, let me get something thin and pointy. So, like, The original guy, he's got more detail in the face. Like you can see there are like teeth there. A bit more of a protruding cheekbone. This guy, you can't really see the teeth going on, but he has got more of a horn. This guy hasn't got one at all this side. We've got a not too dissimilar one on that side. You can see they are slightly different, but the same. Like everything's where it should be. This guy's a little bit thinner compared to this guy, but they are the same. As you can see, they've, oh, are they? Yeah, they are. So that's the same crack line running down there. So yeah, it'll be cool. Be interesting to see if this one comes out better when it hasn't got what appears to be a great gaping hole there. And definitely one there. We'll see if this tail comes out a little bit thicker, because this one's quite thick compared to this one. But I think that might be it. But again, like I said, I'll happily buy these molds again to try, for comparison's sake, to see if it is, some of it is a bit of a bum mould. So yeah, we'll come back to these. I will pop, because I can't remember if I mentioned it or not. They can all chill there together? Yeah, they can all chill there together. I will pop at the end of this video some up-close photos, just so you can see as much detail as possible and all the flaws. And yeah, like I say, we will come back to these. We'll do a revisit video in the not too distant future using UV. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. These are cool. They are cute all the same, even if they're not perfect. Like I've said loads of times before, nothing is. But we will try to do them a little bit more justice in the future. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.